my energy peeps? Look, today we're going to talk about how do you control your vibe. You know, so often as energy folks, you know, we're feeling this stuff and then, you know, we tend to take it and think like we're victims, right? We're just going to process it and just as long as we can get through it into the next thing. That doesn't work for me. I'm not big on being a victim. I don't want you to be a victim either. You have gifts for a reason. You're supposed to use them and not be used by them. But of course, that takes some training and some thought process. And how do you work it all together? So I want to talk a little bit about how do you control your vibe. It's really important. You take this stuff on and you realize that you are also a converter. So if you're feeling a lot of down stuff, right, and you let that get to you and you circle the drain, then in reality, you will broadcast that out like a node and create more for those around you. That's how this works for you. So here's how you can help to stop that. What if you thought of an energy kind of like a scale of 1 to 10? And then thinking like that, 1 being, this is awful and I need to leave the planet, and 10 being, I can bend space and time, I'm amazing, right? So if you're feeling like that, what if you said, hey, my goal this week is I want to try to maintain a 7. You're not trying to be perfect, you sure as heck don't want to be circling the drain, but you're finding something that's better than the middle road, right? So let's say you say a 7. So you think to yourself now, where are you in relation to that 7? How do you fit on that scale of 1 to 10? Are you a 6 right now? Let's say you are. So you're already a little short of where you want to be feeling. So I want you to think about what does it take for you to feel like a 7 versus for you feeling like a 6. Okay? Now think about that. Can you somehow get yourself to a feeling that 7? And then what would it take for you to maintain that all week long? Keeping in mind that bills are coming in, something happens with your kids, your job, your life, whatever. How do you maintain that 7? Because I want to share something with you. If you can, and you pick that number, then guess what? That's what you're attracting. So you can't have, if you're in a 7 place, very hard for a 1 to show up, right? Where you feel like awful. Something that twangs you and brings you back to that place. So I want you to think about that. To control your vibe is first about willpower. So you have 3 fundamental forces to your soul. You have willing, you have thinking, and then you have feeling. When you're an energy sensitive, all of those things actually get mixed into the same thing because you're feeling outside parties. So the first key in mastery is to be able to separate, to delineate between what is your thinking side, your feeling side, and then ultimately your willing side. Your willing side is the mastery. That's the top of the pyramid. That is what is supposed to bring these 2 forces together and bring balance and transmute that. Your intellect is not the same as your consciousness. Your intellect is not the same as what you're feeling. What you're feeling and the understanding that you gain there is beyond your intellect. Make sense? So, back to controlling your vibe. I want you to this week to think about where you are. Think about what number you could be at and try to stay there and measure yourself daily. So start the day off and set an intention. Have a little quiet time. Try to put yourself in that 7 place, that number we're trying to reach, right? That 7, and just feel it. And say, I'm in the 7, and then start your day off in that place. You may have to start your day 15 minutes early just to kind of set your mood there. Now, here's the kicker. As you're going through your morning into your day, you want to kind of have these moments where you remember what you're supposed to be feeling like, and then you want to make sure that you're still at that same level, right? You want to kind of do a little reality check. Am I still a 7? Okay, cool. And see what happens. And measure it. Make yourself a little journal and measure it. And see how good you do. And please don't be upset if you try this exercise and you don't feel as you're successful at it in the first day or 2. It's what's called mastery. You have to practice. This is your practice. This is your energy practice. And you can do this thing. Until next time, be well. Peace. Have a good one.